clock. So.
Oh yeah. Now we're on the YT app. You really say whatever the heck you want. Let me go over here and try this for a little bit. Welcome to chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Hey guys, we're in Portland, Oregon. Have a great day. Cajun. Yeah. All right, guys, we're rolling. Let's check the camp. This is the backup. Never mind. Dude, I need to take this phone back. The battery sucks. Already 92%. I'm hungry. I was only on for 10 minutes. Terrible.
Well, it's probably roaming.
No, what I'm saying is, like, after you restart that thing 5 times a day, fully shut down, restart. Because everything I do, update 4 or 5 updates because I can't keep up. This phone is just ain't got it. Ain't it? And the longer I wait, the more problems I'm gonna have taking it back. I just lost a whole nother percent. That is insane.
Yeah, it burns a lot of power searching.
Dude, this phone lasts all day, all trip. That one lasts half. That's
It's just
pretty bad.
Alone.
I'm about to take that left rod, dip it in there, and put it out there. Put some center on it now, people out here. I just wanted to get away from the crowd. I didn't scent it yet.
From the scent is okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna take it over and scent it over there. Bring it back. What? What? No, that's a horrible idea.
Just wait a second. I got it.
Horrible. That's terrible, dude. No.
I'm good.
You're gonna get me, no, dude. You're gonna get me in trouble doing that. Absolutely not. Wrong spot. Hmm? Hmm? Perfect. What's going on, Oscar? How you doing, brother?
Hey, Oscar.
The reason I say that is because you start spilling all there, then they start knowing. You can't spill it. I got 505 on here.
I got 1049.
Yep, so.
We got one close and then two out far, right?
Yep.
The problem is I might have to go pee in the bathroom.
Head up there. It's fine.
Better do it now.
How's it going, Corey?
Let me go.
Okay, if you go up there on the way back, grab the Gatorade. I'm dehydrated, please. Sir? Appreciate the likes. 6 people watching. Tap the screen, share it out there. Tell all your friends we are fishing. Yeah. Gotta do something. I'll go crazy if I don't. Got a worm on this rod. Let's see. Corn on this rod, which is on. There we go. And worm on that rod over there. See what's going on. Give it old college try, folks. I don't know what my title says. I haven't. Corey, do you know what my title says for this live video? I just clicked live and we started fishing, so don't know. It didn't give me the option to change it from the platform. Lots and lots of debris in the lake from the storm. I had a tree fall at my dad's work that was 132 years old. They counted the rings on it. And the second one fell, it was about the same age. So yeah. Appreciate the 3 people being here. Got only 2 comments, so got questions, ask. Anything you want to know, I will answer them. But I want to do a couple minutes on this platform and then go back to TikTok and maybe a little Instagram, a little Facebook. I'll put a little bit of time here, a little bit of time over there. Bump the algorithm just a little bit. It's been 8 minutes on here, so. That's what we're doing. Put 10 minutes, once we hit the 10-minute mark, a couple more minutes, we're gonna go back to the other platform. Appreciate that, Dad. Just living it up. Says Anthony R. Rubeo Outdoors. That's what's on live, okay. Yeah, I know, I just clicked live, it didn't give me an option to change it, so. I'm just glad it doesn't say anything about like, trapping or anything like that on there. Around a lot of people, I don't want to say that too loud. This wasn't done. All right. I did shut my computer off. I was at home, my computer was logged into this platform. So that's not affecting anything because that computer's shut down. Not yet, trying. Giving it all college try.
Yeah. Fishing, anticipate.
Yeah. better than sitting in the house.
Gotta think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Look like salmon are still head wheel.
yeah. No, they're European carp rods.
Oh, yeah.
So they're 12 footers. I have caught sturgeon on them, but I fish anywhere from 3 to 5 ounces of lead because I want the fish to shake his head and hit the weight and hook themselves.
Yeah.
So I got to be able to cast the weight. That's really the only reason behind.
Yeah.
They are inspired by European sea fishing poles. So
Yeah.
that's essentially carp, salmon. And,
I was in a river, south of the river.
uh-huh.
Boat,
Mhm.
south of the river. A sturgeon or something big come by, got a hold of it with the water.
That's it.
Current.
Yeah. Not turning them.
Just
No.
will hang on and break it.
Yeah, you spool them. It's
You're not gonna bring it back.
now when you get those big sturgeon in that current, you might as well try turning a door in the current. Like, just good luck. It's just not stopping them.
No, I've got them up by the dam, down below the dam,
Mm-hmm.
and there's quite a few in there.
They're get big.
Used to be anyway.
Used to, yes. That's a very, very
Everywhere it's used to.
yeah. There used to be a bunch of salmon and steelhead. I would be steelhead fishing right now, not here, right? Like,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
that's a whole nother debate and issue.
Yeah. These little lakes used to have trout in them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them had bass, but most of them had that trout.
Yeah, they the Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife has a program now where like the middle school kids will raise them to a certain size with ODF&W helping them, and then they'll come and put them in. So a couple weeks ago, they released a bunch of little ones. I mean, fast food, but they don't know any better, right? Like,
But if there's any bass in here, they'll eat them.
yeah. I mean, they're 3-4 inches. I mean, that's candy to them.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah.
Sure
It's,
is.
but I mean, at the end of the day, I guess it's teaching the kids about fisheries, teaching them responsibilities, and that's really where for me, the value is at in that. Because I know if there's bass in here, I mean, they put them in, they're gone.
Yeah.
Like us going to the candy store or something. Here comes a couple kids. Life vests on up here.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Little harnesses.
Yeah.
First thing,
Yeah.
first thing I thought of was like that 20 mule King Braxo.
Yeah, yeah.
I see them all, you laid behind them with all these string of.
Yeah.
That was the first thing came to my mind.
When I see the kids running around here, I'm like, man, it's not that deep. I mean, it's a couple, maybe less than a foot, but you only take a couple inches and it's not good. It's not a good,
Yeah.
So, I get a little nervous having all the kids running around. I just know better. That's
Yeah.
but.
I hooked onto something out on a commercial boat
Mm-hmm.
that never did. We're salmon fishing, but I don't know what got on a shark or
I think it was like
whatever.
something took the bait. Like,
Something got on it that the drag was as tight as I could possibly make it without knowing it's going to break.
do you think it was like a blue shark or a salmon shark, maybe?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Don't
Yeah.
know. Never saw it.
That's-
It might have been a 50-pound salmon. I don't know.
Yeah. Go out on those. My dad went out of Garibaldi years ago. He said they had blue sharks swimming around the boat out there. He's like, I'm staying on this boat.
Anyway, it went until it ran out of line. I could make it stop, but I couldn't make it come back in, and it did take off again, whatever it was.
Isn't that the worst feeling ever? Is what? Oh crud!
We'll see.
I've had that happen. It's like
Yeah.
the one
But
that
then,
got away.
On a positive note,
Mhm.
I was on a boat down in California.
Mm-hmm.
Out with a bunch of other guys. We chartered a boat.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have fishing, so we've had a pool, you know.
Yeah.
We always put in $10
Mm-hmm.
for the first fish, the biggest fish, and that kind of deal.
Yeah.
I got the first one and the biggest one.
Took home the prize. Nice. My dad used to go down like bass fishing all the coast, and first fish was $1.
Yeah.
We were young, so like $1's everything, right? Like,
They all see when you go on the boat, they get all their stuff on there, and they just go out there and just let it
Yep.
right on the bottom, and then let them muddy it up a couple feet and leave it or whatever. Well, I started to top and let it go down slow.
you let it swing.
Really slow down.
Mhm.
First thing you know,
Yeah. When I went out to, was it November? Went out of Clearwater, out of Florida. By the time I hit the bottom, the bait was gone. So I started like, okay, I'm gonna let this go at a little. I'm gonna control the descent a little bit because it hit the bottom. Then I hooked them. You watch I have a buddy that charters out there and he goes live all the time on social media. People hit the bottom, sit there for an hour.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, first 30 seconds, your bait's gone.
Yeah.
You're just soaking a hook.
Yes.
Because you have like a 3-ounce lead on the 2-ounce 2-aught circle hook. It's right on the eye. It's a knocker rig.
Yeah.
It hits the sand, it's gone.
Yeah.
So, because they're in there eating stuff off the sand, and these people drop it down. Oh man, I haven't got a bite. Da, da, da. I'm like, your bait's already gone.
Yeah.
That quick.
Doesn't take long.
Nope. They take. You could drop that as fast as you want. They're still taking on the descent sometimes. It's. Yep.
And Humboldt County in California, I was out on a railroad trestle, fishing straight down, like 5 hooks.
Like kind of like a sabiki type thing.
Yep, you let it down to the bottom, and bring it back up, and all of them are full.
Oh,
And
dang.
they're like 2 or 3 pounders. I mean, they're big with silver perch.
Yeah.
Big ones.
Good to eat too.
Oh yes, but that's not like fishing. I mean, every time you do that, put it down, and you're gonna bring them back.
Yeah, you're sitting on a rack. That's like you're sitting on the reefs, and that's fun though. It's.
I like doing it, but yeah, it doesn't take long to get limit. You gotta
Yeah.
go home.
I see you're a veteran.
Yes,
What
Army.
army? Did you serve
Army
in
Green.
like any of the conflicts or
No, I'm a Korean vet.
Korean vet?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did all these people walk around?
I'm on my last run.
Yeah.
I'd like to do 4 or 5, but I got other stuff I got to do today.
Yeah. Well, all of them wouldn't be able to have social media, say what they want to say about people like you. So, even if we don't always agree with it, that's part of.
Well, I did what I was asked to do.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I had a high school teacher years ago that told me stories. He was in Vietnam. Didn't get treated well. He went there. He didn't want to, but you know what? He did it, and I always told him, I appreciate you going. You didn't get treated right, so least I could do is say, I'm sorry that I didn't treat you right when we got back.
I know people that are in there, and I have stories, and they have stories, and I don't like to talk about my stories, and they don't like to talk about their stories.
Yep.
But I can tell you there's some stories that raise your hair.
I've for years I've studied all that stuff. It's my grandfather's taught me, you got to remember them. You got to remember them all.
Yeah.
So learn their stories, however you got to learn it. You make sure they're not forgotten. Yeah. And I know a lot of World War II vets. I've talked to a lot of them, and yeah, you're not kidding. You're not.
Today's Army is way different than the Army that we used to be.
That's
all I can say about that.
Yeah, I history student of history, put it that way. And I know a lot of stories.
A friend of mine, about your size, he went to Vietnam 3 times.
Oh.
And the 3rd time he was a gunner on a Huey gunship. He still come home unscathed.
Oh.
But there's a lot of stories in that
Yeah.
of the stuff he did while he was there. And I always accused him of liking what he was doing because he never got hurt in all 3 tours.
Yeah.
He comes home all together, and even with his mind. So
Yeah, and not 99% of them don't.
you're right.
Yeah. So.
And that's why I always said I thought he liked what he was doing because it didn't bother him.
Yeah. If you're a human, it bothers you.
Oh yeah.
So.
I mean, he didn't even show it if it bothered him.
Yeah.
He came back, got married, and had 2 children, and lived in.
Wow, man, I don't know how people.
Lives in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
I had another teacher that was a medic on Huey's, Vietnam. She talked about them having to go in and get the boys at times and taking the tops of the trees off to get in there and come back. She's like, we don't have rotors left when they land. Like, miracle, like really impressive pilot, like lots of, lots of stories, and can't thank you guys enough. Even if you didn't want to do it, go there and stuff.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I take a lot of medication and disqualified me from serving. So.
When I went, I was volunteer. I was an RA, soldier, regular Army, and I learned quick to do what you're told. Don't do nothing else. Just do what you're told. Don't volunteer. And so you'll get along fine if you just do that.
Yeah.
Whatever they tell you, just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Family, World War II, all the different things, and my grandfather, was between Korea and Vietnam, but his claim to fame was in Salem. They had a big flood around that time. He, a couple-day-old newborn baby, got carried out of the possible in the floodwaters. That's his claim to fame. It's like got to carry him out, you know. And so National Guard though, but
I worked for a guy that he had some of these time-lapse videos of Vietnam, and a lot of them, tracks of them. He told me, hey Jim, he says, if you want to, anytime you want to watch these, he said, you're free to watch any of them you want.
you're probably like, no thanks.
One day I picked up one, didn't then, but later I picked up one and took it home, put it in the player, and I watched about 10 minutes and I was bawling like a baby.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it.
Like when I tell you, like I've watched a lot of stories. There's stories like that where they're telling the story and then they're just bawling off camera. Come back, try to tell the story, and they can't get it out. I'm like,
I couldn't take it. That's the only one I took out of the whole thing, just one. I couldn't do it.
yeah, there's
so bad for those guys. Because you have no defense. I mean, they put you in a place where there's nothing you can do except get blown up.
God, yeah. I have my dad's friend, his family, really good friend was in the Middle East, got pretty bad, and you know the tunnels and towers helping them, and relearning to walk. This was like 2009, wasn't it? When Eddie, what was that? 2008, 2009. Friendly fire, you know, just man. VA's helping them. They have to build a new house. He's in a wheelchair. This big Marine dude, like just. Yeah, I need to get off the subject. But no, I get it, man. Like it's.
I have one of my son-in-laws, Green Bray. You want to know how people how your mind gets set? He was on a night run. He jumped out of the aircraft. He was coming down. He hit the ground, and he went like this. His rifle went to the back of his calf right there.
Yeah.
The barrel went down inside his calf, and so he gets back up and pulls it out and goes and finishes and makes it. And when he's done, then he goes and sees about it.
God, those guys are built different, man. Yeah.
Mindset.
Yeah. That's closest thing I can get to that is I've been a fisherman my whole life, mentally blocking weather out. That's as close as I can get to it. Like just. But man, yeah. When you are.
That's what they build into you.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the foundation.
Yes.
Man, yeah, I know. There's a lot of people say, "Oh, I appreciate what this and that," but they don't truly like. I've heard stories, and I've heard some stuff that's like, I don't think I'd ever repeat. Stories that they actually told, like they could finally for the first time, like 60, 70 years, been able to get it out. Like, so.
Well, there's a lot of stuff hidden. There's a lot of stuff hidden.
Yes.
Always have been, probably always will be.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like, so us for 20 years, I'm 30 now, so my grandfather always studied it, and there's things like if I go say, hey, you know, guys, let me tell you this story, it's like, I'm gone off social media like that. Like, I can't tell those stories. Like, so I guess what I'm saying is I may know better than a lot of people, but I still don't know, if that makes sense.
Well, I'm 87, so I know a lot.
Yeah.
Forgot a lot, too.
Yeah. Yeah. But you're also wise beyond your years, too, if that makes sense.
Thank you.
So I appreciate it. You know, it's gotta do what you gotta do, man.
So, if nobody did it, where would you be?
Good question. That's a good question.
You speaking Russian or Chinese?
Russian, Korean, maybe. Yeah.
I didn't think Korea was big enough.
No. I don't know. Chinese, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I say. Chinese or Russian.
Yeah, like. Yeah, I've been studying that like Ukraine stuff since the start of it, and like.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh,
that
geez,
is
yeah.
A crazy
Oh.
mess.
Oh my gosh.
That stuff is a whole nother.
Yeah, that's a crazy mess.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Jeez, yeah. I try to stay up to date on that stuff. And now everything's on video, so whatever you want, you can find it. That's the worst part about it.
And like YouTube, you can only believe half of what you see on there. I mean, there's all kinds of junk on there about wars and about stuff. It's somebody's personal opinion that they put together, and it's not actually what's happening.
It's not what's happening. It's influencing people to believe a certain thing.
Yes, influence.
Yes, that's with social media, when it comes to that stuff, with the news sources, I believe about maybe 20%, if that, of the whole story that's being told every time. So if you have thousands of stories, you do the math. That's pretty slim. So,
Yeah,
but
there's very few news outlets that you can.
yeah, and being able to decipher the difference
I
is
always watch this one and this one
yes.
to say what this is, and then I try to dig into
Mm-hmm.
it to see where they're trying to go with it.
Common sense approach. Not everybody does
Yeah.
that. I do though. I'm like, I'll watch. Let's just throw two out. CNN one day, Fox the next day. Okay, well, what's really happening here?
I'll do all of them. ABC,
Yep.
NBC, CBS,
Yep.
and BCSN. And
Yep.
I go look at all of them, and then I go back and look at the podcast ones.
Yep.
And
Then go look at
listen
what
to
has
some of
really
those
happened.
colonels, some
Yeah.
of those discharged colonels and stuff, or generals that have been there and done that.
Yep. They tell a little bit of a different story, don't they?
They tell a whole different story.
And they were there,
Yes.
not the news.
Yes.
So
Yeah. News of adds and subtracts.
yes, exactly.
They don't tell you the straight story.
That's right.
They're an entertainment business anymore. They're not
They're-
a news network.
I call it their feelings based.
Yes.
If one thing's gonna feel a certain way, then they're gonna tell that.
Yes.
The people that were there are gonna tell exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Feelings are not.
All
So.
of it, Iraq or wherever,
Yep.
all those places.
That's right.
They tell a lot of stories.
Mm-hmm.
But the real story is
Yes.
being told by the person that's there.
That's like when I go watch all the stories and study the people, I make sure I get it from them.
Yes.
And if I have to look up a story online, articles, I'm going to read 5 or 6 of them
Yeah.
and figure out, 'cause some are going to like retract some of this. And I'm like, I want to know what happened. So I can remember your story. So,
Well, you guys have good luck today.
you too, sir.
I'm going to go back to my truck and go do my stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy the River Scene Eagle. Shake your hand again. Have a good day, man.
That's just a joke.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Anyway, you guys have a good
You
day.
too, sir. Thank you.
Maybe you'll be here next time I walk.
Oh, I'm sure I will be. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Looking at something in the tree?
No, it was facing me. No, you're good.
Ah.
Just looking at my notes here. Yeah. But have you seen the eagle flying around? The bald eagle.
Today.
So I haven't seen him yet, but the other day he was curing a big branch. Yeah. So they're building a
Working on
nest.
the nest.
Yep. They were flying over that brown house up there in the trees. Couple months. Might hear, maybe in the morning might hear some things. I don't know. Never know.
Ooh.
Early, or like 5, 6 in the morning might hear. You never know.
Be lovely.
That's right. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Still the most well-trained dogs I've ever seen. That's so impressive. Yeah, maybe. All right, we're going to go over to TikTok, folks. Appreciate y'all being here.